Once upon a time, in the bustling town of Kamisaka, there was a peculiar hero named Himura Kenshin. He wasn't your typical hero with shiny armor and a ginormous sword. No, Kenshin had an unassuming appearance with his delicate face marked by a cross-shaped scar that drew curious glances everywhere he went. Kenshin, the Wanderer, was known for his mild demeanor and his unbeatable skill as a swordsman, yet he carried a reverse blade sword, a sakabato, that could injure but never kill. One sunny morning in Kamisaka, the townsfolk were preparing for the annual Cherry Blossom Festival. Pink petals floated like whispers through the air, and children giggled as they chased the petals around, but Kenshin noticed something unusual. Despite the festive preparations, a heavy gloom hung over the faces of the local farmers. Suspecting something was amiss, Kenshin decided to investigate. Kenshin made his way to the edge of the town where the farmers worked tirelessly in their fields. The earth was dry and cracked, and the farmers wore looks of deep worry and fatigue. "What seems to be the problem, my friends?" asked Kenshin, with a tilt of the head and a kind smile. Old man Yuuto, one of the veteran farmers, sighed heavily. "The river that runs through our fields has dried up, Kenshin. Without it, our crops cannot grow, and the festival may have to be cancelled. We just don't know what to do." Kenshin twirled the tip of his sakabato in the dirt as he pondered. "Fear not, we'll solve this mystery together." His words brought a glimmer of hope to the farmer's eyes. Kenshin was famous not just for his sword skills but also for his wisdom and compassion. Accompanied by a young, curious lad named Yuuto, who admired Kenshin ardently, they followed the dry riverbed, leading deep into the looming Kamisaka forest, home to a legendary creature said to guard its secrets. The forest was thick with towering trees and the whisper of secrets unknown to many. As they ventured deeper into the forest, a serene voice echoed through the trees. It was a beautiful river spirit named Mizuka, her long, elegant form shimmering like water in the dim forest light. "Brave Kenshin," she spoke, "the river's flow has been interrupted by a mischievous spirit named Koro. Koro moved the stones upstream to create a magical dam. He's quite the prankster, but he means no harm." Kenshin scratched his head in thought. "How might we convince him to set things right, Mizuka?" "Koro loves riddles," Mizuka replied with a gentle smile. "If you can outwit him, he may restore the river's flow." Taking this advice to heart, Kenshin and Yuuto ventured to the misty hill where Koro was said to reside. True to the tales, there they found Koro, a small glowing creature with a twinkle in his eyes, perched upon a pile of neatly stacked stones. "Howdy, adventurers," Koro chirped, clearly amused at the sight of company. "What brings you to my delightful corner of the woods?" "Koro," Kenshin began, "as cordial as always, your dam has halted the river's flow, and the town of Kamisaka suffers for it. Let's make a deal of riddles to set it right." Koro giggled in delight, for there was nothing he adored more than a good riddle. "Very well, if you solve this riddle, I promise to free the river." "Listen closely," Koro teased. "I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I?"